Hey everyone, so SparklyWhispers had said that she liked the sounds of paper and page turning and crinkling and stuff like that, and I promised her I would do a video like that, but right now I'm having major technical difficulties with my actual camera. I think it's going to the grave now. And I had initially did this video with my BlackBerry, but apparently I lost all the audio, so I'm redoing this because my lame webcam is the only useful piece of equipment I can rely on. So this is my unfinished scrapbook from my summer 2010 trip to Prince Edward Island. I was there for 3 days for the Cavendish Beach Music Festival, and the only reason I went to the festival was to see Taylor Swift. And it was the best weekend of my life, so I'm just going to show you. I spent about 8 hours on what you're going to see here, and you're going to be like, what? Why did that take 8 hours? I'm not very coordinated. I don't have a steady hand for like cutting things, so this isn't neat or pretty like most scrapbooks, but I'm only about halfway finished, but I'm going to show you what I have so far. So the first page here is a picture of the Confederation Bridge, which is the largest bridge in the world, and it takes you to Prince Edward Island from the mainland provinces. I can't say for sure if it's located in Nova Scotia or New Brunswick or somewhere along the border, because I can't remember. And then down here we drove to Charlottetown just for a moment, and Charlottetown's the capital of Prince Edward Island. And I think this was just a Parliament building, so I took a picture of that. And then that's just a picture of my boyfriend in our hotel room, and that's just a hotel hallway there. And let's see, that is a picture of the hotel from the outside, and that's just a picture of me in a mirror, because I like to take mirror pictures like that, because I'm lame. So moving right along, this is Sandspit, which is just a very small theme park, amusement park located in Cavendish, and it's got one small roller coaster called the Cyclone, and it was my favorite thing there because there's no roller coasters where I live. There's a picture of it there, and another picture of it there, and yet another picture of it down there, and then there was just like a Ferris wheel and stuff, and there are 2 tickets for rides there because I save everything, so I tacked those in as well. And this picture over here was an itinerary of sorts to follow while we were over there that my boyfriend's mother had printed off for us. She wanted us to have fun, and we did. So this is Jurassic Barts, which was a kind of local-owned museum. And this, up in the corner here, was Mika, the kitten that just kind of roamed freely through the museum and the petting zoo, and I loved her because I love cats. So I was just picking her up and cuddling her and thinking about stuffing her in my suitcase and bringing her home to be friends with my cat. And that's just our ticket to get in, just our receipt. This over here was like the world's smallest dinosaur skeleton, and it was creepy because they put it in a baby carriage for some reason, I guess just to show its size. And there was a lot of kind of dinosaur models and stuff. Like, I'm friends with the Stegosaurus over here, or no, that's the Triceratops, that's the Stegosaurus, T-Rex head, and that's my boyfriend touching a meteorite that came from a crater in Texas. So he's actually touching a piece of outer space, which I thought was cool. He doesn't look as thrilled as I was. Next we have the Haunted Mansion, which was possibly my favorite part of the trip aside from actually seeing Taylor Swift. And this is the mansion itself, and the building is amazing. It's like old school, very Victorian looking, and this was just the bat thing that kind of greeted you when you came. It didn't talk, it was just there when you came in. And what else do we have here? That's me in like a pilgrim stocks, and that's a really bad picture of me there, but There it is. Just next to a bad pun, it says surgery, I kill him cheap, and that's my boyfriend in, I can't even see my finger. There, that's my boyfriend standing in like a fat man's suit, and there's me in the same thing, and I really like this picture here of, oh, you really can't see, but it's my boyfriend with a gargoyle that was out front, and the gargoyle was really malicious looking and fun. And then inside of the haunted mansion, it was like your basic haunted house kind of fare, I guess, where you walk through rooms and things moved or jumped out at you or made noises. But in the basement and the yard were a bunch of really creative things. One of the things in the basement was the Vortex 2-Dimension X, and it was this tunnel that you walked in, and there were all kinds of lights rotating around you, and it felt like you were rotating and going upside down and everything, when in actuality you weren't moving. And that was one of the coolest things I'd ever seen. We walked through it like 4 times. And then there was the model of the Eiffel Tower, and my sad comment of the closest we're gonna get. I don't have a lot of money. These are just gnomes, because there was a lot of things about gnomes there. So hang on, let me see if I can get a better shot. Yeah, there were really cool water features, like you can see down here and up there. It was a waterfall with a tunnel underneath it. And is there any way to get rid of the glare? No, I think that might have made it worse. But yeah, and like mutant-sized goldfish and stuff. So I really enjoyed it there, and it was really affordable. And if you ever go to PEI, that's the first place I recommend you visit. Next, we have the Wax Museum of the Stars. Oh, that was almost me. Okay. And this side's got, I cut all these out individually after I printed the pictures off. It's got Henry VIII and Kramer and Arnold Schwarzenegger in his Terminator garb, Lucille Ball, Walt Disney, Harry Potter, of course, the Tin Man, Yoda, and that's Anne Boleyn up on the end there. And down here we have a Titanic exhibit, and as I've mentioned, my boyfriend loves the Titanic. And one thing of note here is the actual piece of the grand staircase under glass there, which was very cool. And then we also have a replica Heart of the Ocean necklace in the middle up top there. And that is Pam Anderson's red bikini from Baywatch. And I guess it's her actual bikini. And then we have some Star Wars memorabilia and just some Men of Hollywood stuff over here. And that's my boyfriend's head in a jar next to some wax heads. And that's me being friends with Donkey and Shrek, which I thought was cool. So, okay, this is the last section that I actually got to make, and it's pictures of the boyfriend and I while we were there, and like, there's us on the roller coaster, there's personalized pens with our names right next to each other that we found in a gift shop, there's us in a fun house, there's us at the Haunted Mansion, us going on paddle boats and life jackets, the tilt-a-whirl on the ferry on the way home. And my favorite one is this one, because this is us on the happiest day of my life at the Taylor Swift concert. So that's really all that I had in the scrapbook itself so far, but I still have everything that I want to eventually put in it over here. One sec. Here's some of the stuff I still plan on putting in it. There's this pamphlet from the Anne of Green Gables Museum. And I was a huge fan of the books growing up, so I couldn't wait to go to this museum. It felt like such a fun part of history for me. And it's got like the actual Anne house and such. And then there's a lot of pictures that I didn't have room to put in yet, including ones that I took of Taylor Swift. And those are my favorite pictures for obvious reasons. Like that was a slide at a water park that we went to, and it came down from like a pirate ship. Here is a pamphlet from Shining Waters theme park. It's got a bunch of water slides and stuff, but we weren't prepared for that because we're not big swimmers, so we didn't have bathing suits. But we did get to go in like a little haunted house and a little tippy house, which I'll show you, and some other really cool things to do there. There was like a really big tree house and a couple of rides and a petting zoo, and I love petting zoos. So, of course, holding on to everything, I held on to that. From the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum, we got these pamphlets. They're just little like keepsake guidebooks. And that was, considering how much it cost to get in there, that was a really nice keepsake to have. And there's a picture from Shining Waters of the water slides from a distance. Okay, this is major. This would be one of our tickets. I have them both here for the festival, and it was a one-day pass. It was $96.32, which I bought both of the tickets, and it was $200 well spent. So it was seriously the best time of my life. This is a close-up of a picture I took of a book in a gift shop, and it is called How to Shit in the Woods, which I found absolutely hilarious. We didn't buy it, so I don't actually know what it says in it, but I still got a kick out of it. And that's just a picture of the pirate flag on the little paddle boat we were on at Shining Waters. And this is from the Ripley's Museum. It's my boyfriend and the wax statue of Robert Wadlow, the tallest man that ever lived. More Titanic things. Another Heart of the Ocean replica. This is just the wrapper off some root beer that came in a glass bottle, which we're not used to around here, except for Jones Soda. And it was only in PEI, and it was delicious. There were a couple of smaller keepsakes I had. Like, there was a machine where you could flatten a penny into a shape, like a shape that said PEI or like Cape Breton where I live and such. Okay, this is a seagull that was so big it looked like he could eat my cat, and that scared me. This is the tippy house, and basically it's one of those houses built to really mess up your perception. I'm standing perfectly straight in this picture, or at least I thought I was standing perfectly straight, and that was the only way I could stand to balance. It was literally just like a little shack, and it took me forever to go through. It was really fun though. That was at Shining Waters. The last thing I'm going to show you is this silver coin that says $6 on it is Cavendish Beach Music Festival currency, which basically means when you go into the concert, then there's vendors there selling shirts and food and beer. You have to switch your actual money into festival money, and I actually came home with about $8 of this, but I don't mind because it's a really good keepsake. So I still have the 15-minute time limit, and I feel like I'm the only person still in that situation, so I have to stop there. But as you can see, I have a lot of work to go on this scrapbook if I ever want to get it finished. And like pictures like this of Taylor herself are going to play a forefront kind of role. And anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and when my actual camera gets working a little better, I'll actually organize this beast of a scrapbooking kit and not just run my mouth for 15 minutes. So thanks, bye.